And then sort of with keeping with that, with sort of like artists that inspire you or inspired you, or sort of that sort of you may have learned some lessons from. Is it any like songs that you think back, like hearing this song really changed maybe like your approach to making songs, or hearing this album maybe change your approach to making music? You know, and before I pass it to you to answer the question, when I think about like me when I was younger growing up, like one of the artists that did that for me was Drake. Like listening to Drake, I was so used to I guess 50 Cent had this a little, and Ja Rule had this a little, where they would have like a rap verse and then like a melodic hook. But Drake sort of just took it to a different level, where it'd be like, guaranteed he rapping on the verse, and then the hook come in, the beat might switch a little bit, and you know he goes straight to the melody, you know, or harmonizing for the hook or for the chorus, or and for me that really became like a real staple for me, where I began to like approach like songwriting a little different. And then another thing I would say too was like one time I heard 50 Cent talking about how before he writes verses he would write his hooks first. And then after he would write the hooks, then he would go and he would write the verses. And for a long time, I always wrote my verses first. And then I would end up having a problem where it'd be like, I don't know what the hook, I don't know how to do no hook for this, you know, like. And so for me, those two artists really changed my concept of like song making. Like those artists made me stop just thinking about like being a rapper and start more thinking about being a songwriter. You know, like, and I started thinking about when I hear a song first, I hear the hook first, or I hear the chorus first, or maybe I might even hear like a bridge first. And then once I sort of get them structures together, now I go through and I can fill in the verse, you know. And one of the things that used to happen to me a lot too is that I used to always want like the verse to have the most memorable lines. And then listening to Drake, and then they say the same thing, thinking about that concept that 50 Cent had introduced to me, it really began for me to change, like, okay, I think I want the most memorable line to be in the hook, you know what I'm saying? I want the most memorable line, to be in the chorus, and not as much, you know, in the first 4 bars of the verse or the first 8 bars of the verse. So do you have any, and I guess what I should say this too, like, one of for me, like the Drake songs that really made me think about this, or really made me change the approach to this, was like Drake and Jeezy, Unforgettable. Like I remember listening to that shit, and like Drake rapping hard on the hook, on the verse, you know what I'm saying? Jeezy rapping on the verse, but the hook is just, the hook was just melody, harmony, you know, like, in the song. And so like I was able to sort of get both approaches, you know, and get both feels, where I can get this feel of this nigga rap, or the rap that you get from the verse, which is, I think, is a real unique thing that you can't really get from somebody singing. The way that somebody sort of raps something, like you can feel the emotion a little bit differently, you know, like, but then being able to be brought back with that hook, you know, that song really sort of changed my concept of like writing. And then like, and then Jeezy sort of doing like ad libs, you know, sort of on the hook. And then I would say this too before I pass it to you. And then another one of the songs that really like, and this is not either Drake or 50, but like this was another song when I was younger that really made me think about like songwriting differently, was T.I., What You Know About That. Like I remember listening to that shit, and like the hook was just the most beautiful hook. Like this is just a beautiful hook. It stayed in my head, you know. It was the first time I really understood the importance of having like an anthem song, you know, and not necessarily like a party song or a club song or a girl song, where it's like that shit just the anthem, you know, like. And so for me, those was both of those songs sort of like exemplify what I sort of think of when I approach a song, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the concept of the song is, no matter who may be on the song, I think about like those two songs is like, What You Know About That was a really big song. Unforgettable, not necessarily a big song, but both of them sort of got that thing where like, this is a strong song. Like it may not be the craziest punchlines or the craziest verses, but like, it's just a strong song. You're gonna listen to this song and it's gonna stay with you for a little bit. I
get what you're saying.
Yeah. So what about you? Is there any songs that's like that, or any albums that was like that sort of was like changed how you, it didn't necessarily maybe change how you view making songs, but just maybe made you put this thought in your head where it's like, okay, I'll go back to this song, and this made me want to make songs a little bit differently, or made me view the approach of making songs a little bit differently?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, I think when I make songs, and I feel like this, like made me, this how I slowed down on making music, because I feel like if I knew the song and had like all these listeners, I I won't write the craziest hooks because
Okay.
I say like I got some crazy shit, but I know it's like I want to wait on the right time to do it and shit. So I think that's why a lot of my songs don't got hooks. You know, I'm just rapping through the whole thing. 'Cause I just like rapping, and I be like, you know, and if I listen to a beat, if I already got a song in my head, I be like, damn, if I try to squeeze a hook in here, it'll fuck up the song. So a lot of times I just rap over the beat, just from the top to the bottom, no hook.
And then